Hey there, Facebook. Hello, lovelies. Hello, hello. All right. You know, I got to get through my drill and share this message that I'm about to allow to come out of me. I got to share this on my personal page and my business page, my personal page and my group page. I'm sorry. And so bear with me for a second. I'm going to share it to a group. And I'm just going to let the message flow. I always let the message flow, but today, before I got on, I really set the intention that I just want whatever needs to come out of me to come out. So we're going to see where this goes, okay? Share on my timeline. Oops. Post. All right, cool. So what I want to share with you today is I want to talk to you about what you really want. What you really want. Because today after I worked out, hold on a second. Okay. Because today after I worked out, I didn't go like straight to the shower like I normally do. I decided, I didn't really decide. I really just had this urge to sit down and journal. And I journal every day. I write out my, my beliefs and my beliefs and my affirmations every day, right? I was about to say my intentions, but I guess my affirmations are my intentions. But today I went a little bit further with that, and I still wrote my affirmations, still wrote my beliefs down, and, got those planted and planted those seeds. But I also went a little bit further today and really did a deep dive into what it is that I actually want, right? And the reason I want to share this with you today is because I believe that about probably 9 out of 10 of you that are watching this right now as a replay, and if you are watching the replay, thank you so much, that 9 out of 10 would agree that what I'm going to share with you today are exactly the things that you really want, right? And when I say, what you really want, I'm talking about the things that are on a deeper level, right? Like not the surface level stuff, that we always hear people talking about, well, I want to be happy, or I want to make lots of money, or, I just want to be comfortable, all those things that people say kind of on the surface level. I'm talking about the things that are below the surface level, that are really at your soul level of what you want, right? And I want to share that with you today and share what I noticed as some themes that showed up in my journaling today, because I believe that what I'm going to say to you would be confirmation for a lot of people that it's okay to have those wants and those desires. And it'll be confirmation for some people that maybe think to themselves, okay, this is what I want, but is that really what I want? And then it's also going to be confirmation for those people to understand that, for you to understand that if this is you, that what you think you really want is not what you really want, right? And so I'm going to break that down for you today and share with you just literally, out of my journal, some personal things that I wrote down that I believe aren't just for me, but are for you, right? Because a lot of you that are watching this right now and that are in my community and in my tribe, you have similar beliefs that I have, right? You have similar desires that I have. Essentially, we're all just kind of like the same version of each other, just living a different experience, right? And so I believe that this information that I'm going to share with you today will really bless you and really allow you to be honest with what it is that you want. Because I find that a lot of times, especially as women, we're not honest about what we want, right? Because we feel like, that what we want, that we're not allowed to have, right? Hey viewers, welcome. That we're not allowed to have what we want, right? And we feel like that if we do voice what we want, then people will think that we're selfish, or that we don't care about anybody else, or that we're being self-centered, or that we're just being, dramatic or over the top or too much, right? All those things that people tell you. And so today, my hope is with this conversation is that you can see that, what you desire and what you really want, not the things you think you want, but the things that you really want are meant for you to have, right? And that you are allowed to have them. And so here's what I want to share with you. The question that I asked myself this morning, if you're just hopping on, I'm sharing with you all literally what came to me in my journal today as I was writing, and what the themes are that came up for me as I was really digging deep into what I want as a woman and as an entrepreneur, right? And so to break this down, what you want to do is, and what I did is I asked myself, okay, Kendra, what do you really want, right? What do you really want? And so on the surface level, what I wrote is to positively impact the lives of women all over the world, helping them design a business and life that they are wildly in love with through using the power of their mind and receiving a six-figure income in doing so, right? Like that is my goal over the next 14 months, is to build my business up to a six-figure business, right? But I want to do that in a way that helps other women, create the business and life that they're wildly in love with by using their mind, by showing them how to reprogram their mind, by showing them how to, cultivate the thoughts and the emotions that they need to have to get where they want to be, right? And so when I look deeper than that and I look at, okay, what is it beyond that, Kendra? What is it beyond this outcome? What is it really, really about? And that's what I want you to ask yourself is, what is it really about, right? What is it really about that you want? And for me, what it's about is freedom and fulfillment. Okay, freedom and fulfillment. And those two words are words that I hear a lot of women repeat back to me as things that they want in their life. It's freedom and fulfillment, right? Like when it gets down to it, they don't say those two words, but it's what they're saying, that they want to have an impact, that they want to, build a successful business, that they want to walk in their purpose. All that means is they want freedom and fulfillment. Does that make sense? Like, does that resonate with you? Let me know in the comments if that resonates with you. Freedom and fulfillment. And the other thing that came to me is I want to feel truly alive, right? Like I do not want to live this life where I'm just walking around on autopilot all day. And I don't believe that you do either, that you don't want to just walk around just going through the motions of, of your day. You want to deeply feel like you are alive in your life, and that you're living your life, and that you're living your life on purpose, and that you are living your life from a space of doing what you want to do and not what you feel like you have to do, right? But what you want to do. And the other thing is, what else did I circle? And of course I circled, that I want a full life and to do whatever I want. To live a full life and to do whatever I want. Now, a lot of you feel the same way. A lot of you feel the same way. You want freedom, you want fulfillment, you want to feel truly alive, right? And you want to do whatever you want. But you've got this belief or this pattern in your mind that's been conditioned there by, society, by friends, by family, by whomever, that you can't actually do what you want, right? But that to do whatever you want is irresponsible. That to do whatever you want is something that you can't do because you have responsibilities. You have to show up and be, mom, that you have to show up and be wife, that you have to show up and be employee, that you have to show up and be, business owner, whatever. And so you've been led to believe that you can't do whatever you want. And I choose to believe that I can do whatever I want. And I want you to think about that for yourself and start cultivating that mindset and that belief that, yes, I can do whatever I want, right? And so maybe that doesn't mean like absolutely like right now in this moment, but that can be a belief that you can cultivate for yourself, that you can live from, that you can over time evolve to that place to where you can do whatever you want. Right? I mean, essentially, when I launched my business, that was really part of the reason why, is because I wanted to do what I wanted to do. Right? right? I didn't want somebody telling me what to do. I didn't want somebody telling me how to show up. I didn't want somebody telling me how I should speak. I didn't want somebody telling me how I should dress, or how much makeup to wear, or how to wear my hair, or what shoes to wear, or, you know, I didn't want somebody telling me that. Okay. And I spent many years, of course, in corporate, with people telling me exactly what to do, how to show up, how to speak, what to wear, you know, how to present myself, how to do this, how to do that. And it didn't make me feel good, because I felt like that I wasn't able to be me. I wasn't able to actually allow the essence of Kendra to be seen, right? Like I had to put on this mask. And so to do whatever you want doesn't mean that, you know, you're going to go out there and just like, you know, be all irresponsible and just be wild and crazy. It means that you do whatever you want. You do whatever feels good for you in the inside, right? You show up in a way that feels good for you. You speak in a way that feels good for you. You operate your business in a way that feels good for you, right? Like that's doing whatever you want. So the next thing that came up for me is understanding what this would actually mean for me, right? So think about that. Think about what it would mean for you to have the freedom and fulfillment that you desire. What would it mean for you to feel truly alive? What would it mean for you to live a full life and to be doing whatever it is that you want to do, whatever your heart's desire is? And when I think about that, you know, for me, it represents creating my life. And notice I use the word creating my life instead of life just happening to me. Okay. And there's many women out there right now that believe life just happens to them, that they don't have any control over their life. And while we may not have control over some of the things, you know, like the natural disasters that happen and, you know, how people respond to us, and while we may not have control of those things, hey viewers, we do have control over our life, over what we choose to believe, over how we choose to respond, right? And so that's what that represents for me. That's what freedom and fulfillment represents for me, is being able to create my life instead of allowing life to just happen. And many women today allow life to just happen, and they feel like they're in this space of, you know, of just going through the motions of, you know, that nothing could ever change, that they're limited, that they're stuck in this box, and that they just have to just keep getting up every day and just going through the motions in order to survive. And so survival is what it is, right? Like there's a lot of women today that are just in survival. And I've been in that space of survival where literally it was just like, I was just trying to get by day, right? And I grew up with that conditioning that you just gotta, you know, strive and struggle to get by day, right? The belief of, well, I got through another day, right? Or, well, girl, I'm getting by. No. That is not what I want, you know, for my life. I don't want to just wake up and be like, you know, at the end of my day go, well, I got by the day. I got by. Girl, I'm getting by. No, I want to be thriving. You want to be thriving. You want to be creating your life the way that you desire to create your life. Hey, viewers, you want to be living life on your terms and not based upon, you know, what somebody else says that you should be doing, right? And so essentially what you're doing is you're getting really, really clear. And I hope that by me going through kind of my process helps you understand how you can take this same process for yourself and gain clarity around your life and business, right? And this is actually a lot of the work that we're going to be doing in my new program, Clarity Creation Cash, is getting you super clear on, you know, your life vision, your business vision, your message, all of that. Because without clarity, without really knowing what it is that you deeply want at the core level, without knowing that, you just tend to just kind of like, you know, go through life like floating around instead of being firm and in place and literally locked and loaded on your target. And so we'll get to do that work in Clarity Creation Cash. that starts on November 29th. So I'll share more about that a little bit later. But yeah, like that's what you want. That's what I want, right? Fulfillment, freedom, a full life, to be able to do whatever I want, to create my life instead of living a life, instead of just allowing life to happen, right? What else can I share with you? Oh, and then looking at a space from, if we're just looking at freedom and fulfillment and looking at what that means, freedom also, for me, and I believe for you as well, means safety and security, right? Having fulfillment and freedom in your life gives you a sense of safety and gives you a sense of security. And there's one thing that I've learned, and I've learned it really more so on a personal level over the past week or so, working with my coach, is that is really on a deep, deep level what I want and what many women want, right? That's what you want. You want to feel safe. You want to feel secure. You want to feel, safe to be who you are, to speak your mind, to show up however you want to show up, to go after the things that you want to go after, no matter how crazy it sounds. You want to feel safe to do so. And freedom and fulfillment and living your life on purpose represents that place of feeling safe, right? The other thing is, it represents purpose, right? Living a life of freedom and fulfillment represents purpose. And if you're watching this right now, whether you're watching live or the replay, you resonate with this because deep down, you desire to live a life of purpose. You want to get up every day and know that you're getting up for a purpose, not just to pay the bills or keep a roof over your head or put food on the table, right? But to actually fulfill a higher purpose, a higher calling on your life than just the basic necessities, right? And so, again, it's conditioning. I mean, that was my conditioning growing up, right? That if you could just simply, pay the bills, keep a roof over your head, put food on the table, and, put clothes on your back, then you were good, right? Like that's what the goal was, was to fulfill the basic necessities. And so growing up and into adulthood, that was my mindset for a long time. Okay, I just need to make sure that I can fulfill the basic necessities, that I keep a roof over my head, that I keep clothes on my back, that I keep food on the table, and then I can pay my bills. That was it. So of course, with that mindset, that's all I got was just enough, right? And so now where I'm at is I realize that we live in an abundant world. Like God has given us this amazing world to live in that is abundant with everything that we absolutely need, every resource we need, everything that we need, and it's in abundance. There's enough, more than enough for everybody. And by having that mindset, by continuing to imprint that belief within me, I can begin to see opportunities in life and in business that I never had been able to see before, right? And so anyway, back to what I was talking about with purpose. That's what you want, is purpose. To be able to wake up every day, live your life on purpose. Yeah, take care of your basic needs and take care of the things that need to be taken care of in your business and life. But you want to go above and beyond that, right? And the other thing is that you want recognition. You want recognition. You want to be recognized for your skills, for your abilities, for your gifts, for the person, the woman that you are. You want to be recognized for that. And that's another area where us women tend to shy away from. I'm sorry, I had a notification. I have a phone call in 30 minutes. It's another reason where many of us women kind of shy away from not really putting ourselves out there and talking about what it is, really disclosing how we can help people, putting ourselves out there in business, talking about our business, talking about what we're selling. We have a hard time doing that because many of us have that conditioning that you grow up, head down, you work, kind of that whole seen and not be heard thing. And so it's a challenge for many women to actually step up and say, no, but this is what I'm great at. This is what I'm good at. This is what I have to offer you. But on the other side of that, you want the recognition. It's just getting past that belief system to be able to step into the fact that that's what you want, and then giving yourself permission to have it, right? And so that's what came up for me today that I wanted to share with you, is that what you really want is fulfillment, freedom. You want to do whatever you want in your life without somebody telling you what to do. You want to create your life instead of living, allowing life to happen to you. You want recognition. You want to live your life on purpose. All of those things are so important to you. And the thing that I want you to understand is that while these things that you want may seem so abstract and so broad and so like, well, how do you actually create that in your life? And the thing is that you can create it. We can tend to think about what we want in regards to freedom and purpose, and we think, okay, there's no way that I could actually, what could I actually do that I could monetize that would allow me to feel like I'm living life on purpose, that would allow me to feel like I'm alive, that would allow me to feel like I'm free to do whatever I want. Like, what can I actually create something from that? Can I actually create my life from a space of freedom, from a space of purpose, from a space of fulfillment, from a space of doing whatever I want? And the answer is yes, you can do that. But what it takes is changing what's going on up here and changing what's going on in your heart. It's tapping into and looking at where that gap is, right? From you wanting to be here, this is where you want to be. This is your desire, what your wants are, but your belief and your patterns have you down here. And so it's about filling that gap in between. It's about, looking at those deep beliefs and then reframing them into beliefs that are going to serve you, right? And that's why I love doing what I do, because I get to help women really pinpoint those blind spots that you're not even aware of, right? I help you pinpoint the behaviors and the patterns and the language that you've been speaking habitually and that you've been doing your whole entire life, not even realizing it. I help you pinpoint that, and I point it out to you. And I say, do you realize that from what you shared with me, this is the pattern that you've been displaying in your life? And so no wonder you keep getting the same results. And so I get to show you that, and I get to not in like a confrontational sense, but in a sense that now that I can show this to you and that you can become aware of it, now we get to do the fun work of changing it, right? And creating new beliefs. So I don't know where I was going with that, but that's why I love doing what I do, because we can get in our own way a lot of the times, and a lot of the times we know we're in our own way, but we really don't know how we're in our own way, right? So what I want you to do today is I really want you to get to a space of really being clear and honest about what you deeply desire, and going deeper than, hey Constance, going deeper than the surface level stuff of I want happiness, I want to be comfortable, I want money. Like, going deeper than that and asking yourself, okay, what is that really about? What is that really about? Okay, so yeah, write down those surface level things that you really want, but then go deeper and say, okay, so let me go beyond that outcome. Like I shared with you earlier, what I really want is, to positively impact the lives of women all over the world, helping them design a business and life that they're wildly in love with through the power of their mind, and to receive a 6-figure income from doing so, right? Like, that's what I want, right? But then going deeper than that, what is the actual outcome of that? Like, let's go deeper. Like, what is the outcome beyond that outcome? So when you're looking at what you really want, ask yourself, what is the outcome beyond that, right? And so the outcome beyond that for me is having freedom and fulfillment and living life on purpose and doing whatever I want, and feeling like that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and recognition, right? So that's what I want you to do for yourself, and get clear on what it is that you really want. All right, and give yourself permission to just let it out. Like, there was a list that I made in here. Oh, I was listing out some of the emotions and feelings that I feel would keep me from meeting my goal, right? like I listed out, okay, Kendra, what is it that would show up inside of you or in your mindset that would keep you away from what you really want? And so some of those emotions, I can't find it in my journal now, but some of those emotions were like, impatience, or, fear of it not working out, or worrying about what people would think, or, lack or scarcity mindset, that it's hard. So all these things came up. And so then what I got to do with that is look at them, decide if what came up for me was actually serving me, if those thoughts, feelings, and emotions were serving me to getting to my goal. And if they weren't, then I got to choose to literally in that moment release them and create a new belief and a new habit that would allow me to get to my destination, right? Okay, and so that's what you've got to do. And allow yourself to be honest, again, with what you want. And so to wrap this up, this is all of what I talked about today around, what you really want is what we're going to be covering in my new program, Clarity Creation Cash 2.0, that I'm really, really excited about. And so I'm going to share that with you here before I get off. But what it is my newest 4-week program. It's 4 weeks of literally every single day for 4 weeks, Monday through Friday, me helping you get clear on what your limiting beliefs are and replacing them with beliefs that serve you, helping you gain clarity around your vision, your message, clear on your ideal clients. Because there's a particular woman or man, whoever your clients are, that needs what you have. And you've got to get clear on that in order to call in that ideal person. And then getting you to the space of aligning your energy with your vision. Okay? Because a lot of us have a vision. We're like, yes, I want this, I want that. But the energy that we're holding inside of ourselves doesn't match it. Right? And so what I mean by that is you could say, yes, I want success, I want the business, I want the money. But if inside your energy is like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if it's going to happen. This is taking too long. If that's your energy on the inside, then what you're saying that you want consciously on the outside, you're not going to get there because the energy has to align with your vision. And so we're going to work on that during week 1. And then week 2, we talk about creation. Understanding what your client needs, okay? And no matter if you are a business person that's a service-based business like coaching or mentoring or speaking, but even if you're product-based and you offer a product, right, whatever that may be, then this still works for you. You can still create the products and the services and all that you need for your soulmate client, but you have to understand what those are, right? How to literally get inside of your soulmate client's head. What is she thinking? What is she afraid of? What are her challenges, right? And then understanding what outcomes that you can then create for her with your services, your programs, your product, right? We're going to go into, I'm going to help you determine what type of structure you'll use for your products or services. And I'm looking at what I have my sales page here, so that's why I'm looking away. And then, of course, I'm going to walk you through my exact process of how I create new products for my clients, okay? And I don't know that like right off I would identify it as a process, but when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, it is a process. And so I'm going to share that with you. And I'm going to also help you learn and actually create your very own soul-aligned product, course, program, service, whatever that would work for you. And this is the fun part. There's so much more, but I'm going to say one more thing about creation is I'm really going to help you become an ideas master. Like, how is it that you can just come up with ideas like boom, 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 right? We're going to work on that together. Then week 3, we talk about cash, where we talk about intuitive pricing for your products and services, where you learn how to price your product, service, whatever it is that you are offering to your client from a place that feels good for you, from your gut, from your intuition, unapologetically presenting your offer. We're going to be talking about that and how to show up and sell it and be confident about it, right? And not worry about, oh, I don't know, maybe I'm selling too much or whatever comes up for you. And then we're also going to be talking about selling from the soul, right? Not like this sleazy, like sales car salesman pitch that people think of when they think of sales, but really selling from a space of your soul where it doesn't feel like selling and it doesn't come across as selling, right? And then, of course, we're going to do money mindset work, and I'm going to share with you how you need to be thinking if you decide that, yes, I want to make a lot of money one day, right? And not making a lot of money from a space of like greed or from a space of just wanting it all, but from a space of wanting to create the quality of life that you really desire, and being able to help as many people as possible. You got to have the right mindset for that. And I'm going to share what that mindset is in week 3, cash. And week 4 is all about confidence and self-worth. So we're going to go through, who you are, what you're made of. I'm going to do with you a powerful self-image revision to reveal the powerful woman that's within you. We're going to talk about feminine energy and how to be a magnetic boss babe. And we're going to, I'm going to walk you through how to express your confidence to the world. And there's going to be all types of exercises and good stuff that I'm going to have you do to really pull it all together for you, so that when you're done with this program, you're going to know, like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm clear on this, I'm clear on my client, I'm clear on my message, I'm clear on my vision, I know what to create, I'm going to put it out there, I'm going to sell it, you're going to be confident about it, you're going to have, an increased level of self-worth, so you can feel like, yes, I am worth this. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to post the link here for you so you can have it and go check it out. I think that it is definitely, you've just got to be there. You've got to be there. I'm so excited about this because I know the magnitude of transformation that will take place for those who resonate with this, for those who decide that they are going to say yes to themselves and step into this and do the work. It's going to be fantastic. So I'll leave that for you to take a look at. If you have questions about it, if you feel like you need to speak more about whether it's for you or not, or you just want to, see how this could help you on an individual level, just message me and we'll set up a discovery session to talk it through, okay? So I'm going to get off of here. I have a call in 15 minutes and I want to get some writing done before the call. So I will talk to you later. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching live. Thank you for all of my replay viewers out there. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments below, you guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know your questions. Let me know what resonated with you. And I'll come back and check. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.